How you doing? This is Tom Fleming, painter, fine art painter, and what I'm going to do is give you a free art lesson today on how to kind of let watercolor bleed and using controlled dripping to really kind of exaggerate the watercolor effect. The first thing I'm going to do right now, I have a piece of Arches watercolor paper mounted to backing board, and I'm going to take a number 12 red sable round, and I'm going to just lay down a wet wash. I'm going to go in with my watercolor. I'm going to pick up a good amount of it, and I'm going to just dab. And what's going to happen is you're going to see the watercolor what you see when it's wet is not the way it's going to dry. As the watercolor hits the clear water, it's going to kind of spread out and create these nice little watercolor effects. And you can get as rich as you want in areas by just dabbing in more watercolor. Then, if you really want to create a blend, you can go add some more paint. I'm going to go right to the end and let it meet where the clear watercolor, where the clear wash ends, and it's going to stop right there on the paper. If you want to blend that and really fade it, you just clean off your brush, you take your clean water, and you just very lightly touch the edges. And what that's going to do is it's going to pull, and you just keep adding clear water, and what that's going to do is it's going to pull that watercolor down in a nice graduated kind of tone. If you really want it to drip, you can take your clean water and then just touch the paint, and what that'll do is that'll push your watercolor straight down and create these fantastic little patterns and textures. As it dries, it has a little bit different effect. We can go back up here and we could touch that, and you could see how it creates a really nice kind of watercolor bubbly texture. If you want a controlled drip, say I want to really create that that color to come down the page and really look like have a dripping effect, you would clean off your brush, and you would, this table is actually on a slant, so it's going to work for us. The gravity will help you, and you just take the clean water and you kind of create your path, and I'm picking up a little bit of the red, and then what you do is you get more of the red paint, put it right at the top there, and then slant and let your color do the work for you, and you have a drip in the exact position and angle that you would like. If you want to do another one, you could do it. You could try it without using the clear water, but it's going to be a little bit less controlled. So, and you're going to have to help it along by just touching the very end and then adding more paint. And you see how this is going to, because this was not wet, it started going on a different angle. Sometimes that works for you, sometimes that doesn't. And we're going to just add some water here and help this out. Sometimes if you don't wet that paper, you really have to add a lot of the paint. There we go. And just let that drip like so. And you can use this in all kinds of effects. You can even blend the edges to make it really softer. And that's just cleaning off your brush and doing the same thing we did up here, just touching the very edge and letting that paint fade out. And there you have controlled drips and uncontrolled drips. But when this dries, this is going to really, because we did it in red, it looks almost like a feeling of blood. But if you could do it in any color, and you can soften it to any degree that you'd like. So hope that helps. Give it a try. There's a million different ways you can do this, but really just get in there. You can you can create the drips in all different directions, by angling the board different ways, and really having fun with all kinds of effects. Hope that helps, and hope that was informative, and be sure to check out my website at www.flemingeditions.com. Thanks.